Good afternoon in Missouri. I'm Jordan Berger, and welcome to KOMU 8 News at noon. Columbia police are looking for a man suspected of robbing a bank on Nifong Boulevard this morning. The incident prompted a brief lockdown at nearby schools, including Gentry and Rockbridge High School. The lockdown was later lifted. Columbia police are also investigating a car that was found in Bass Pro Lake this morning. Officers and tow trucks worked to pull the empty car out. The fire department responded first, but the police department is investigating whose car it is. A community service project was put on hold after a fourth grade student and their coordinator saw a man steal about $700 worth of school equipment yesterday, including gloves and saws. The group took to Facebook to report what had happened. Just hours later, they got nearly all the equipment back, and that's because the thief took it to a pawn shop. A former student in the program says if they hadn't gotten things back, taking away the kids' learning experience would have been the real crime.
It'd be sad because they wouldn't get to experience going out in the woods and saving it.
CPS says it plans to throw a party for the students in the next few days to show appreciation for their hard work. The Boone County Sheriff's Department and the Youth Community Coalition have teamed up to get prescription drugs off the street. A drug take-back event is going on until 2 p.m. today at the MU Student Center and VA Hospital. Law enforcement will be collecting over-the-counter drugs to keep them out of the hands of people who may misuse them. The Sheriff's Department says they are glad to potentially save lives with this event.
We're glad that we're able to provide this service. We were approached by members of Youth Community Coalition in the winter of 2009 and said, hey, would you like to partner up and do this? And I think the results speak for themselves.
The event is also going on this weekend. Visit our website at KOMU.com to find other locations near you. Missouri's infrastructure got a report card yesterday, and it was far from getting an A. Infrastructure includes 11 different categories like roads, dams, and drinking water. Overall, Missouri received a C-. That's the same grade it got in 2013. Missouri roads got a D+ from the American Society of Civil Engineers, a decrease from the C in 2013. Something that could help is a Senate bill to raise a gas tax from 17 cents a gallon to 27 cents a gallon.
The reason that's detrimental to our transportation infrastructure is because we depend 70% of our revenue from the gas tax.
The tax hasn't been raised with inflation since 1996. It would generate an additional $440 million a year. The next report card will be in 5 to 6 years. State Auditor Nicole Galloway says there was a conflict of interest between state workers and a company that helps trucks to bypass weigh stations. Missouri's highways have electronic weigh stations allowing truckers to bypass traditional ones. Yesterday, Galloway released a report showing some former Highway Patrol and MoDOT employees gave special treatment to Help Inc., a nonprofit that created one of the electronic bypass systems that truckers use. Her report shows 3 state employees were on the board for the nonprofit and were hired by the company less than a year after leaving their jobs.
My recommendations include developing clear procedures to review potential conflicts of interest, instituting better planning for public-private partnerships, and improving policies on business-related communications.
Both MoDOT and MSHP released statements saying they fully cooperated with the audit. Attorney General Josh Hawley released a statement himself saying their public corruption team is actively investigating the issue. A Cole County judge hasn't announced a decision on Governor Greitens' request for a restraining order against Attorney General Josh Hawley. The governor's attorney wants a neutral party to replace Hawley. He adds Hawley has a conflict of interest after he called for the governor to resign.
Greitens, like anybody else, is entitled to due process, and he is entitled to a fair process. And part of that fair process involves not having the person who's investigating you out in public making statements that talk about the fact that he should resign, that he should be impeached.
The Attorney General accuses the governor of stealing an electronic list of charity donors to use for campaign purposes. Hawley says that case is entirely separate and he can pursue the charity investigation fairly. An off-duty officer was shot while exchanging gunfire with a man near a bar in South St. Louis. Around 1 a.m. this morning, 4 off-duty officers were confronted by a man who shot at one of the officers, striking him in the wrist and shoulder. Another off-duty officer returned fire at the suspect with a department-issued gun. The two men were transported to a nearby hospital and are in stable condition. All four officers were placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. A second world leader encourages President Trump not to abandon the Iran nuclear deal. NBC's Tracy Potts has more on that and the latest from the Stormy Daniels case.
The French president got 3 days. Today, German Chancellor Angela Merkel gets just 3 hours to convince President Trump to permanently exclude Europe from taxes on steel and aluminum and to stick with the Iran nuclear deal.
It's inconceivable, $1.8 billion. And all they do is scream death to America, death to America.
The president slamming the Iran deal in a Fox interview that covered everything from the Russia investigation.
It's an absolute disgrace.
To his attorney, Michael Cohen.
He represents me like with this crazy Stormy Daniels deal. He represented me and you know, from what I see, he did absolutely nothing wrong.
That's the first time President Trump admits publicly that he knew about the deal that paid the adult film star $130,000 not to talk about her alleged relationship with Mr. Trump.
I thought it was exceptional for our case, and I thought it was disastrous for him.
The president says he did little business with Cohen.
If that's the case, then the conversations that the two of them had about anything presumably are not privileged.
Prosecutors are already using that to ask a judge to let them see documents the FBI seized from Cohen's office. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
The judge appointed a former federal prosecutor to decide what's privileged and what's not. And breaking just 30 minutes ago, a judge has tossed ex-Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort's civil case, challenging the special counsel's authority in the Russia probe. Just hours after being sworn in as Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo hit the ground running as America's top diplomat. Pompeo flew to the NATO headquarters in Brussels, where NATO foreign ministers are meeting to prepare for a leader summit in July. He said President Trump wanted him to come to Brussels straight away and that the NATO mission means a lot to the United States. From Brussels, Pompeo will travel to the Middle East, visiting Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Jordan, where the future of the Iran nuclear deal and the conflict in Syria will be the top of the agenda. Former NBC Nightly News anchor Tom Brokaw is denying allegations of sexual harassment brought by a former NBC employee. Former correspondent Linda Vester says Brokaw tried to force himself on her, trying to kiss her on 2 separate occasions 20 years ago. Vester says Brokaw also groped her and once showed up at her hotel room uninvited. Brokaw denies all allegations and says he only met Vester twice to discuss career advice. A suspected killer who investigators have tied to at least 12 murders and 50 rapes in the 70s and 80s will face a judge today. Known as the Golden State Killer, Joseph DeAngelo will make his first court appearance this afternoon. He's now charged with 8 murders in 3 different California counties. Investigators used genealogy to track down the 72-year-old almost 4 decades later. Victims who survived attacks from the killer say they are glad he is finally paying for his crimes. Well, my allergies are certainly acting up, which means great weather is on the way.
It's typical spring weather, and it's all coming at us at once because the growing season started a little bit late. So you get the tree pollens, now you get the weed pollens and grass pollen, all the pollens all at once, unfortunately. Yeah. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, I'll have a look at your weekend forecast, which is shaping up to look beautiful for central Missouri.
Taking a live look over your capital city at 12:08 on this Friday afternoon. You're watching KOMU 8 News at noon, coverage you can count on.
Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
This summer, the Show Me State Games will bring thousands of athletes to Columbia for its 34th year of Olympic-style competition. Join KOMU 8
and the Missouri Lottery and dream big at the 2018 Show Me State Games. More than 20,000 Missouri athletes of all ages will compete to be the Missouri Lottery Athletes of the Year.
Dream big and chase that gold medal in more than 40 sporting events at the Show Me State Games, the weekends of June 8th, July 20th, and 27th. For details, visit smsg.org.
Enter to win a $5,000 shopping spree during FFO Home's 50-store celebration. Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen Set, only $7.50. Great buys at all 50 stores. And no interest financing, too, at FFO Home.
Better hearing doesn't have to come in one-size-fits-all types that big box stores sell.
At Jones Beltone, you can select any size or type to fit your needs and budget.
We have custom crafted styles.
We have behind-the-ear styles.
And of course, we have the tiniest deep canal style.
Whatever you think you need, we have it all at Jones Beltone Hearing Center.
If you want to hear better, call Jones Beltone.
When a little rain makes a huge mess, put out the call to 443-8383. Service Master will be there in a flash, anywhere in mid-Missouri.
We'll get there faster and master your disaster. Service Master. Call 443-8383.
Why would you eat pre-processed Mexican food from a chain restaurant or worse, a gas station? When you could eat this. Jose Jalapeno's food is made from scratch from family recipes and is the most authentic north of the border. Sample our vegetarian menu full of flavorful premium ingredients. Don't get the fuel for your body where you get the fuel for your car. When you can come to Jose Jalapeno's, a taste of Mexico the whole family can enjoy.
All right, welcome back. Well, temperatures outside are climbing back into the 60s. Kind of a cooler pattern early on today just because we had a cold front that moved through the state last night. But we're already up to 64 now in Columbia, at 63 in Jefferson City and at the Lake of the Ozarks, 62 in Versailles, 65 in Mexico, and 62 up in Moberly at this hour, already cracking into the upper 60s the further west in the state you go. I think we're probably near about 70 here for a couple of hours later in the afternoon. A little breezy outside, but 70 to 71 will feel pretty comfortable, and even into the evening hours too. Not a bad forecast for us. Maybe jacket worthy here for the evening. Temperatures will probably dip back into the 50s rather quickly once another cold front wants to move through the state later into the evening hours. Here's where that one moved through from yesterday. It's far to our south already. High pressure starting to fill in to the backside of this. It's a beautiful weekend pattern. You really have to love the weather that's going to be shaping up for the weekend. Now, it'll be cool at first because of this second cold front that's going to move through later tonight. Here's how it all happens. Notice precipitcast keeps things dry. There's really not a lot of moisture in the atmosphere today, and so the support for any rain development is very limited and more than likely will stay far east of Missouri tonight. So this evening and tonight, clear conditions. By tomorrow morning, cool will be the word outside. We'll have to enjoy some cool morning starts. I think our temperatures both tomorrow morning and for Sunday morning could be near about 40 degrees in a few areas, but a lot of sunshine by the afternoon. Saturday, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Enjoy the sun. It continues all weekend. A lot of sunshine today. We're going to get more of that for Saturday and Sunday. I think our high temperature up near about 71 today, 63 for Saturday, up to 70 for Sunday. Here's a look at the pattern in the jet stream. It's a quiet ridge building in the atmosphere. That's good news for us for this last full weekend of April. But there's a developing pattern. We've shown this for several days now, that next week's storm system, what exactly is that going to do for us? Is it going to finally bring us some much needed rain? Could it bring us some thunderstorms? Will it just continue to be dry? Well, good news is it looks like things start to really warm up next week. I think our temperatures on average probably are going to be in the 70s for much of next week. But we do have those rain chances, and it could be stormy out to our far west. Tuesday through Wednesday, really going to be the time frame for a lot of this rainfall for central and western Missouri. All the big thunderstorms are going to stay well out to the west. Really what I think our player is for next week is we're going to watch a lot of those storms develop in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Eventually, those will decay and just turn into scattered rain showers for us. I do think we finally have a chance for rain next week. It's not going to be awesome opportunities by any means, but hey, half of an inch of rain to up to an inch and a half could be possible. If we get that inch and a half, it's because we'll have some thunderstorms over central Missouri, but we definitely need the rain. I think our best opportunity is going to come probably Wednesday or Thursday. Your forecast for today. A high temperature up near about 70 in most areas. A couple areas could crack 71, but lots of sunshine and a nice warm temperature this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear. It's a cool and quiet evening. Overnight low temperatures will drop to 43 degrees. Keep that jacket handy. You'll need it tonight and you'll need it for Saturday. We're only going to be up near about 63 to 64 degrees in most spots on Saturday afternoon. 70 for Sunday, 79 to near 80 on Monday. I think we finally crack 80 on Tuesday. There's those chances for thunderstorms Wednesday and and Thursday. I don't think we're going to see any severe weather out of this system. That looks right now to stay pretty far west of Missouri. We'll hopefully watch that pattern stay that way too. Hopefully just no severe weather in general. We don't like that stuff here. Otherwise, into next week, looks like we're mainly staying in the 70s. I'm taking a live look now over Road Sport. KOMU 8 News at noon. We'll be right back.
Need a good mover for less?
Can be done.
At Gaines Moving and Delivery, we can move a dorm room or a whole house or office. Free estimates included within 120 miles of Columbia. A first-class move on a budget?
Can be done.
With Gaines Moving and Delivery.
Premier Property Services wants you, the customer, to know why they are different from the other guys. Premier Property tears everything off the roof down to the decking to inspect for damaged plywood. Premier replaces all black felt, drip edge, and ventilation. Premier never does layovers on roofs. So don't hire a contractor who's going to cut these corners for the same price. Because Premier Property is an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, they can offer a lifetime workmanship warranty. The premier choice in home improvement.
After 26 years in Columbia, Beauty Rest Sleep Gallery is going out of business. You heard right. Everything must go. With savings up to 70% on our entire inventory. First quality mattresses from names like Beauty Rest, Serta Eye Comfort, Tempur-Pedic, plus pillows and mattress pads, all at huge markdowns. Free delivery on most purchases. But some items are priced so low, they're strictly cash and carry. First come, first served. Supplies are limited at Beauty Rest Sleep Gallery on South Providence, next to Zaxby's.
Pleasant interruptions? A phone call from an old friend. Finding out you've won a prize. Bad interruptions? Allergies and asthma. Columbia Allergy and Asthma Specialist tests for a wide range of allergies and treats you with your custom plan so that your symptoms go away. Flowers, pets, changing seasons, you can enjoy them. We'd like to help. Go to breatheeasyandlivefree.com or call for an appointment.
Columbia Allergy and Asthma Specialist.
Need a good mover for less?
Can be done.
At Gaines Moving and Delivery, we can move a dorm room or a whole house or office. Free estimates included within 120 miles of Columbia. A first-class move on a budget?
Can be done.
With Gaines Moving and Delivery.
It was a stretch from their usual gym class, but students at Gentry Middle School didn't mind. The Gentry PTA brought in Sunlight Yoga yesterday to teach students how to relax and learn better self-esteem. The owner of Sunlight Yoga says it's important to give students a flexible mind. A student told KOMU 8 News about the benefits of yoga, particularly on the soccer field.
Before, when I did not do yoga, I would just listen to all the parents and I would freak out sometimes on the field and I just listen to them. But now I know to focus on myself. I know what to do. I don't listen to them because like they're just screaming random stuff.
The school will bring in yoga instruction again next Thursday. A woman's odds of getting pregnant go down with age, but there's several daily habits people do that can further their chances of hurting that chance of having a baby. NBC's Haley Hernandez has details on what women should know.
Dr. Faith Whittier says patients are sometimes unknowingly doing something wrong when trying to get pregnant, and other times they know something like smoking is bad, but they don't admit to the habit.
Smoking can cause an environment where these babies have a greater mortality, so there's morbidity and mortality in the pregnancy from smoking.
She says tell your doctor about everything, even healthy habits like exercising, because depending on your routine, if you're wanting to get pregnant, this could come with a warning too.
If you've been exercising, I mean, we don't suggest that you go sign up for CrossFit, at the start of your pregnancy. But if you've, been exercising, we do encourage that because we think that it actually improves not only the pregnancy, but also delivery.
You're likely using this every day, and it might not be helping. Dr. Whittier says even though there's no proof laptops and cell phones lower sperm count or harm pregnant women, she says our usage has outpaced the studies, meaning maybe try keeping it off your lap just to be sure there's no harm done. And use the same approach for chemicals. She says even though she doesn't see clear proof chemicals in cleaning products or hair dye hurt your chances, it's better to be safe than sorry.
That chemicals do have a negative impact on the pregnancy. And so what I tell patients is, again, go back to the safety stuff. Put some gloves on. If you're going to be around strong chemicals that wear a mask, things like that. Try to avoidance.
Doctors say even after getting off contraceptives, you may not become pregnant right away. A majority of women take almost a year of trying after going off something like the pill. We're going to take a short break. Before we go, let's take a live look over downtown Columbia. It's 12:19. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Jerry O'Neill, Continental Siding Supply. It's time for a good spring cleaning. I've got siding too short to be seamless, too long to recycle, so I'm having a seams on the back of the house sale. If you would allow me to use up my odd lot sizes of siding on the back of your home, make a few seams, I promise the front and the two sides to be seamless. It's almost like getting the back of your home done free. This won't last long. Call now.
What's the one constant in life? Change. Hi, I'm Doug Wallace with All Weather. What hasn't changed in 25 years is our belief customers deserve competitive upfront pricing, the ability to approve work before it begins, and access to a real technician that's licensed and highly skilled, not a salesperson disguised that way. No matter your issue, plumbing, heating, or cooling, we're there to solve it expertly, on time and on budget. Next time, call All Weather. We fix stuff. No surprises here.
Our commitment is reflected in the quality of our products. We believe it's the pride in our work that makes Window World America's largest exterior remodeler. We stand behind our promise of providing you great service at great prices. Need windows, doors, or siding? We've got you covered, all backed by a lifetime warranty. Window World, simply the best for less.
Hi, it's Scotty and Katrina from today's Best Country, Clear 99, to let you know that the Clear 99 $500 survey is back.
We've surveyed Mid-Missouri with a bunch of hard-hitting questions like, what's something a guy does to make a woman mad?
Oof. Be the 9th caller weekdays at 7:20, 10:20, 1:20, and 4:20. Tell us the top answers given, you'll win $500.
It's the Clear 99 $500 survey. Learn more at clear99.com.
Welcome back, everyone. It's a battle of the stars. Marvel releases its 19th film this weekend, starring nearly every single superhero the studio has put on screen. But how did this comic book company become a Hollywood juggernaut in just a decade? NBC's Raphael Seth has a look at the Avengers' past, present, and future.
The debut of the new Avengers movie is many things. A sci-fi epic, comic book blockbuster, nerd Christmas, but it's also an anniversary.
Almost exactly 10 years ago, we were right in the same spot debuting Iron Man 1.
Yeah, I can fly. That Robert Downey Jr. smash led to what is now known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a collection of superhero films. Standalone characters then joined forces in 2012's The Avengers.
That's what we sort of like a team.
Now worlds collide when the Avengers meet the rogue space pirates of Guardians of the Galaxy in Infinity War.
Does it make you an Avenger now as well?
I don't know. I hope. Maybe like a third string Avenger, yeah.
I was one of the founding members.
There's no way you could ever make a movie like this and have it make any sense if you didn't have a baked-in fandom.
Those fans have whipped up over $5 billion at the box office for the 18 films produced by Marvel. But money isn't the only common thread among these franchises. There's also the unbeatable enemy that unites all the heroes in the universe.
To be able to play in almost a theater platform with my buddies who I've known for a long time was more than a blast. And I would love to keep doing it again and again and again.
The cast may be added again sooner than you think, with Infinity War Part 2 scheduled to release in May of next year. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
And you won't have to wait long for the 20th film in the Marvel Universe. The latest Ant-Man movie is slated for release this July. Now for today's Red Carpet Report.
Good afternoon, Mid-Missouri. I'm Obehima Renazar with your Red Carpet Report. Bill Cosby was found guilty on all 3 counts in an indecent assault trial. The jury found Cosby guilty of drugging and sexually assaulting former Temple University employee Andrea Constant at his home in Pennsylvania in 2004. Cosby, who became known as America's Dad, first faced charges for the attack in 2015. The 80-year-old now faces a maximum of 30 years in prison and a $25,000 fine count for each attempt. Kanye West is stirring a fresh round of controversy. The rapper faced backlash after aligning himself with conservative Candace Owens. Then he tweeted praise for President Donald Trump, and social media hasn't stopped talking since. Some on social media are speculating West is having mental health issues, while others say he's drumming up publicity for soon-to-be-released music. Singer and actress Janelle Monáe is opening up about her sexual orientation. In a Rolling Stones cover story, the performer called herself a, quote, black queer woman. She described herself as free and says she's had relationships with both men and women. Monáe also told Rolling Stones that she references women as love interests in many of her songs. The artist says she hopes her songs inspires anyone struggling with acceptance. And that's a wrap for today's Red Carpet Report.
Effective immediately. Southside High School is shut down.
Welcome to your new school.
Every decision I've made just makes things worse and worse.
Aren't you worried he's going to find out all our family secrets?
Riverdale, Wednesdays at 8, 7 Central, only on the CW.
Watch Riverdale, Wednesday at 7 on Mid-Missouri's CW.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
2 pairs start at just $38.71, and 91% of our glasses are ready the same day. No one makes glasses faster than I'm Art Express. When a stovetop flare-up creates a big cleanup, put out the call to 443-8383. Service Master will be there in a flash, anywhere in mid-Missouri.
We'll get there faster and master your disaster. Service Master. Call 443-8383.
Join the thousands of drivers who have their auto insurance through AAA.
I didn't know how easy it was to just switch auto insurance.
The amount of money I was saving was staggering.
After comparing a few other rates, it was clear that AAA was our best place to be.
As a AAA member, you could save an average of $447 a year. Compare that to Geico, State Farm, or Allstate. You could save even more with AAA discounts.
We have the multi-car discount, the multi-policy discount.
We save quite a bit of money by keeping everything we can with AAA.
Best of all, get the service we're famous for and peace of mind.
Our reaction was, wow. I could not believe how much money I was saving when I switched over to AAA.
I definitely feel I can rely on AAA no matter what the circumstances.
At AAA, my job is to help you get more AAA out of your AAA card, and that starts with great savings on auto insurance.
Call 866-440-4695. AAA. So easy, so smart, so switch.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU 8 News first at 5. We'll have new information on the bank robbery this morning, and we're looking into a death investigation near Holt Summit. All that, plus people are signing new affordable energy-efficient housing in Columbia. That's coming up at 5 o'clock. Tim?
We should have a lot of sunshine for today and the weekend as well. Now, there is a cold front that moves through the state later this evening. Tonight, down to 59 degrees for the evening, 43 in the morning. The weekend planner looks great. 64 tomorrow, 70 for Sunday. Some storms in the forecast for next week.
Well, Britain's Prince William and his wife Kate welcomed the newest addition to the royal family on Monday. And 4 days after coming into the world, Will and Kate's third child has been named Louis Arthur Charles. So how do royals choose baby names? A royal commentator says they look through the family tree for traditional royal names. Now the family is continuing to prepare for the Prince Harry's wedding, which is less than a month away. I know you'll be tuning in for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not much of a big royal England fan. I'm not. It's not my thing. But
my mom loves that kind of stuff, so I'm sure she'll be watching.
I'm sure they will.
Well, that's about our time for now. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a good afternoon.